Yeah, that was 2010.
Hmm.
And to give you a bit of backstory, it was an interesting time in my life because I had just turned 29. And at that time, I was dreading the idea of turning 30. Like I thought,
Hmm.
man, 30, that's ancient. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
by that age, I would have had a family, kids, a stable job, and all that. And I had none of it, right?
Hmm.
And also at the same time, I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship after dating someone for 3.5 years, and I was also frustrated with work and all this kind of stuff. So I kind of thought it would be a good idea just to press the reset button, get a new perspective on things, and just completely shock my system.
Hmm.
So what I decided to do was take a year off and just go backpacking everywhere. And what I wanted to do was just get a taste of every continent in the world except for
Nice.
Antarctica. But so I flew to started off in Spain and went through Western Europe and then the Middle East and Africa and Asia and Australia, South America, and then came back home. And it was by far the most transformative year of my life
Hmm.
because the way I did it, it was very shoestring budget, like staying in hostels, doing couch surfing, just meeting people and experiencing cultures from the perspective of local people.
Yeah.
And it, yeah, completely changed the way I saw things. And it changed my values as far as, um, you know, back then, before I'd taken the trip, I was kind of materially focused, I guess you could say. Valuing material things, or at least being more attached to them, or wanting all these nice things. And then after this trip, I started to value experiences more so.
Hmm.
And now I would say I'm hardly attached to material items at all. I mean, I can appreciate nice material things, but for me, what's more valuable is just having the opportunity to experience things and spending my time doing fulfilling, engaging things. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Could you share any particular experiences that kind of shook you and have played a big role in molding the person you are today?
Yeah. I think first of all, when I was traveling, one of the things I enjoyed the most was experiencing cultures that were very different than what I was accustomed to in the modern developed world. So I
Hmm.
loved going to places that were still developing, a little bit rough around the edges, and seeing, in Africa and Asia, how people were able to be so fulfilled and happy living a simplistic life, right?
Yeah.
And taking joy in
Yeah.
these little things, whether that's creating or working on projects that are fun, or just sharing good times with family and friends and all that. And it was just kind of changed the perspective I had on things,
Yeah.
and I also did a lot of exciting stuff too. Like, I tried to plan certain legs of the trip around events. Like, I ran with the bulls in Spain,
Wow.
and we went to Oktoberfest in Germany and climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I did a whole bunch of like crazy things,
Incredible.
right? And it was just like a once in a lifetime trip just to kind of shake things up. And like I said, like I didn't. It was on a kind of a shoestring budget, so I only had a few $1,000s when I was starting out. So most of the money was borrowed on credit and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I ended up going into a bit of debt to do this trip, but it was well worth it because it it was a life changing event, and I'm glad I did it at an early age.
Hmm.
I hear so many people saying I'm gonna work hard, and then when I retire, then I can start doing those things, right? But
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it young because like I can take those experiences and everything I learned from them and then apply them to the rest of my life.